Hello, student of class 9. Today I am going to discuss the other parts of the Mahomedan rebellion. In the last class, we discussed about the third phase of the rebellion, and the Mohammedans were completely able to thwart the Ahom machineries and put a Mohammedan person belongs to the Mohammedans into the throne of the Ahom kingdom. So, in this matter, Gorinath Singha fled to Guwahati, and he was appealing to the British administration, East India Company, to help him. So, it is from the discussion in the first, second, and third rebellion, it is clear that the Mauryas' mass uprising had completely destroyed the kingdom. And as a result, the very base of the monarchy was almost uprooted. The Ahom administrative mechanism was completely destroyed, and to save itself from a political catastrophe, the king Gorinath Singha was compelled. He was compelled to beg help. That is, beg for military help. From whom? From far more superior ruling company, that is the English East India Company. Remember that the English East India, the English that had already taken the very base of the empire, Mughal Empire in India, and also they were successful in taking over the ruling the rule of native rulers through different kinds of policies like doctrine of lapse or subsidiary alliances. The East India Company was completely away from the Ahom monarchy. They thought that the Ahom monarchy was not included in the Indian subcontinent. But when Gorinath Singha begged for military help, the English were also waiting for such a chance, for such an opportunity. So when Gorinath Singha requested the English to deliver the common populace from the Mohammed rebellion and the repeated atrocity of the Barkandes of Bengal. Barkandes means paid soldiers. The company government readily agreed to send a military expedition. You see, it is not good for another power to interfere into the matter of any political system of other kingdom. But it is Gorinath Singha who sought help from East India Company, and also the East India Company was very greedy enough to have the chance. In this way, when Gorinath Singha requested the English to deliver, that means to requested the English to help from the consequence of the Mohammedan rebellion, the company government very easily agreed to send a military expedition. So what is military expedition? Military expedition is such that the English East India Company will send some soldiers under a commander-in-chief and will defeat all the Mohammedans and reinstall the kingdom and putting Gorinath into the throne. Their motive is to it, and also to gather some information of Ahom. The main purpose behind the expedition was to gather detailed information about Assam and also to re-establish the Ahom king on the throne, as I have already mentioned. So after suppressing both the Mohammedan rebellion and the Barkandes, this expedition was led by Captain Thomas. This name you need to remember, Captain Thomas Wells. Next we will name as Wells, and Wells remained to Assam with his soldier, remained in Assam from November 1792 and they remained till May 1794, and it was considerably to a time of about 2 years. It was for the first time that the British came to Assam on the invitation of the Ahom Gorinath Singha in 1792. Before, the British did not arrive into the kingdom. So that the Ahom king was completely weak at that time, and many of the tributary king in Lower Assam refused to acknowledge the Ahom domination. That means I have already mentioned that this is suppose central government, and these are the tributary kings, and these tributary kings declare independence. They didn't want to remain in subjugation under the central government, that is Ahom monarchy. So in this way, as a result of the revolt of Dorang Raja, Krishna Narayan and Haradatta Chaudhary of North Kamrup, Gorinath Singha took refuge in Nagaon. He was not able to come to Guwahati. Guwahati was not safe in Kamrup. But here too the revolt of Sindhura Hazarika forced him to run back to Guwahati. So always remember, Dorang Raja, Haradatta, Krishna Narayan, Sindhura, these were tributary kings, and in every place in their kingdom or in their own local native kingdom, they were against the Ahom monarchy, and they declared revolt against the Ahom monarchy. They declared independence from the Ahom monarchy. So in this way, it was very hard to remain there very safely for the king, the Ahom king, that is Gorinath Singha, which forced him to run back to Guwahati. So it was in this time Gorinath Singha was eager to take refuge in different places and also in Guwahati. So always remember that the British came to Assam after the invitation of Gorinath Singha, and the British had their own hidden agenda. They were seeking for proper benefit from the Ahom kingdom. So when Gorinath Singha was preparing, when Gorinath Singha was not safe in Guwahati also, so he was compelled to run from Guwahati again. So during his voyage downstream to meet Captain Wells, that means along the Brahmaputra river, Gorinath Singha was going downstream, that is towards west, from east to west, and Captain Wells were coming. So in the middle they met in somewhere, and both of them meet together. They had a conversation, okay, and Wells assured, provide guarantee to the king that he will help him and he will return. He will be able to defeat the Mauryaas and the other tributary kings and put the king into the throne. So with Wells, Gorinath Singha returned, and with the help of the captain, the Guwahati was reoccupied. Thereby the Bairagi Raja and his followers were taken prisoner. Bairagi Raja, who was Bairagi Raja? He was also a tributary king. He was also a tributary king who revolted against the Ahom monarchy. So in this way, captain put an effort to arrest Bairagi Raja and were taken prisoner. He and his followers were taken prisoners. The Dorang Raja and his Barkandes army were also defeated. As I will mention, were also defeated. So the revolt of Haradatta Chaudhary was suppressed, and he was once again recognized as a tributary king. After suppressing the revolt and dealing with the Barkandes, the English under Captain Wells' contingency brought his own agenda, and before embarking on the journey to Rangpur to solve the problem of the Ahom king, a trade treaty was concluded between Gaurinath Singha. That means Wales had a conversation with Gaurinath Singha about the profits and benefits that Wales will get from the kingdom. So in this way, there were certain points into the trade treaty that has brought into account into the treaty. The first one is that tax, regarding tax, that is 10% was levied on any commodity imported into Assam or exported from Assam to any English dominated region. Tax, import and import, that is custom duty were imposed. Custom duty of 10% on the price of the commodity were imposed. So the next point is what? Grain and rice, food commodity. Upon this commodity, no tax was to be collected. And again, for collection of the tax, offices were set. Offices were set. One at Guwahati and other at Kandahar. Remember, Kandahar is not situated here, it is situated in Afghanistan. It can be said that Afghanistan was also under the subjugation of English East India Company. And here from Guwahati and Kandahar, offices were set up, and in these offices, custom duties, that is the tax, were collected from every import and export items. And another point was put that no European traders were to be trade in Assam without the permission of the English or the Ahom government. Only the English East India Company will do the trade with Assam, that is the Ahom monarchy. And if any other trade, European traders wanted to do the trade, but after the permission taken from the English or the Ahom government. So the treaty now necessitated the dominations of the Mauryaas and re-establishment of the Ahom rule. After taking stock, that is what was the strength of the Mauryaas and how it can be tackled, Wales requested whom? The Governor General. Governor General, his name was Lord Cornwallis. Why? To send additional force for suppressing the movement. And immediately, understanding the gravity of the situation, Governor General sent the contingent, sent the soldiers. So, as I have already mentioned in the previous video that about Purnananda Buragai, he was a very good administrator and he was a patriot, and he was somehow able to suppress the Maurya rebellion and was keeping the Mauryaas outside Jorhat. Buragai, Mauryaas outside Jorhat. But now the new English soldiers, when arrived, it boosted the spirit of the Assamese soldiers, and together the Assamese soldiers and the new English soldiers together and assaulted jointly upon the Mauryaas, and the Mauryaas were compelled to flee from Rangpur, the capital of Ahom. A large number of Mauryaas were killed. Raja Bharat Singha, who was put into the throne in the third phase of the rebellion, was also badly injured, and he was only managed to escape alive. Rangpur was free from the clutches of the rebel, and on 21st March, Gaurinath Singha entered the capital. So it is in this way that third phase of the rebellion were suppressed. In the meantime, you see, as I already mentioned, it is not good to interfere any political system by any other administrative divisions of the country or other country. So English East India Company belonged to a separate country and Ahom monarchy belonged to a separate monarchy. It is because of the invitation of the Ahom monarchy the Captain Wells was sent by the English East India Company to tackle the movement, but thereby Governor General Lord Cornwallis was succeeded by Sir John Shore. That means after Governor General Lord Cornwallis, the next Governor General became was Sir John Shore, and he adopted a new policy. What was the policy? The policy of non-intervention. Non-intervention. He wanted to implement this policy strictly, and as such ordered Wells to return immediately. So in spite of the repeated requests of Sargar Goinath Singha and the other Aham high schools, Wells decided to leave the expedition halfway and go back. So Wells, in halfway, he went back to his territory. On the way, he tortured and destroyed many Mahamaya camps, and on 3rd July 1794, Wells arrived at Golpara in his soldiers. Though the king tried very hard to keep Wells for some more months or some more days, as the ordeal was not over, but still Wells, under the compulsions of Governor General Sir John Shore, he was unable to stay there, and he had to report back to the East India Company in Bengal, and he returned. On 3rd July 1794, Wells arrived at Golpara with his soldiers. So here Wells returned, but here it is still the Mohammedan rebellion is not over. In the next video, I will discuss about the fourth phase. Though because of the presence of the Wells, Mahamayas were suppressed completely, but still the fire was simmering into the heart of the Mahamayas, and the Mahamayas were taking the chance and waiting for the moment that Wells would return back. And as Wells returned back, the Mahamayas again started the pulse of the rebellion, the fourth phase. As a result, the fourth phase started. This was a very great peril of this one. And here Wells or the East India Company did not return. Instead, Purnananda Buragohain came back. Purnananda Buragohain had, with his effort, had tried to suppress the rebellion, and in this way, as the third phase and also the military contingents of the East India Company came into end. Now, as an example, I want to say that suppose in the school you are always shouting inside the class in the absence of the teacher, and when the teacher comes, you stay warm, that he to show that you are very, very good and silent student. So in this regard, when the teacher is outside the class and you are shouting inside the class, some of the students used to wait and stand by the door side, hiding that no one watches you, can track you from outside the veranda or outside of the class. But as one of that student, he see the teacher is coming towards the class, immediately he tell the student that the teacher is coming, we need to stay quiet. If he is not telling also, the running, as the other student sees him running, then the student will understand that someone is coming into the class. So it is same thing like that. During the Wells, when Wells was in Assam for this period of time, though the Mahamaya rebellion was suppressed, the Mahamaya rebellion was finding some chance that when Wells comes out from Assam, Mahamaya will again start its rebellion, and there will be no Wells to suppress the rebellion. It is because of this that happens here. Though one more thing is that in the fourth phase, thereby the kingdom was completely shattered, and here after the great effort of Purnananda, though the rebellion was suppressed here, but still the monarchy was seeking for other third alternative. This thing you will remember, the third alternative, because this third alternative will instigate you to the fourth chapter. And you will understand later, because from this part, from the lesson, the elaborate topics, the elaborate information is put into the next by making next chapter, that is fourth chapter. In this way you will understand, otherwise you will find difficulty. So I hope so you will understand. If you have some certain question, in the next class, in the next session of the class, you will ask the question, and I will be waiting for you for your question. At any time you can ask me. Here I am putting a flexibility for better understanding. I want to contribute my whole time for you, and I have understood that at that time your mobile phone are not available with you at that particular time. That is a time given in the routine. So I'd like to present that you better ask me at any time. I will try to remain online for you only. So for the time being, thank you, and I hope so you will share this video to the other student.